Okay, creating an email from Outlook is rather straightforward. If you have some fields in your Excel application that include emails, you can have an email sent to each of those recipients with some sort of text that you can obviously put in here. An Outlook email could be HTML text as well, so if you wanted to format it to look a certain way with the data that's in your Excel file, you can easily do that. Um, if we just take a look here, if I click on my Outlook button, I'll get an email populated with both of those email addresses and sent to using the subject, and I did some formatting here. So how do you do that? Well, you can go into the macro, which to create a macro, you can right click on assign macro and then you can say record new macro. Another way to do that is just to bring up your Visual Basic Editor panel and click on Alt F11 and you can simply just add some in here by saying sub and sub, giving it a name. Inside of there, we're going to call out some things that we're going to use within the code. We first need to get access to this Outlook reference. And the way that you can do that is go to Tools and then go to References, scroll down until you find Microsoft Outlook 16.0 Object Library. Make sure that's checked, and then that'll give you the ability to add in the code to each of these things. So first thing I'm doing is just referencing the actual application of Outlook. Then I'm going to have an Outlook mail item, so creating a new mail, and I'm going to call that object OL message. And then I'm going to have some recipients, so we'll call those object OL recipients as recipient. And then I'm going to say recipients as recipients so that there are multiple recipients. So first we're going to set the Outlook application equal to create object in quotations outlook.application within the parentheses here. And then we want the Outlook message to equal OutApp.createItem in parentheses OL mail item. And we want to set the recipients equal to object OL messages.recipients and set the OL recipients equal to recipients.add. And then this is where I can add in as many recipients as I wish. You could do it differently than this, but this works and we'll get all of the recipients. I would think that this would be an okay solution if you didn't have a lot of recipients. So if you have one or two and you want to type those in each day before you send out the email that's generated from your spreadsheet or application, that seems to be a pretty good solution. And then you want to start by creating the message in your email. And so we're going to be referencing the object OL message.subject. This is where you can type in the subject. Again, you could technically have a cell somewhere on your spreadsheet and just reference that, and then you can dynamically change the, the subject right there. You can have an HTML body. Inside of here, you could again reference a cell with some text, or you can type it in if that message is not changing. Just to give you an idea, I did some formatting here where I changed the background color to blue, the text color to white, and that gave me the email in a format that is formatted for HTML. If you're good at HTML, you can do a lot more with that to stylize your emails. Then we need to add each of the recipients, and that's what this bit of text is doing. We can have it either just send the message or display the message if you want to look at it, which is what I'm doing here, because when I press the button, I want to be able to look at it. If you didn't want to do that, then it's pretty simple. Instead, you just don't put the display option here. Instead, you say .send and it'll just send it automatically. And then at the end, we want to set the out app to nothing. So we want the application to be free from this use here. Hope that solves your issues. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below and subscribe for more.